This is the Wall Street. This is the Wall Street Beat Show, Crypto and Crypto. And if you didn't know, now you know, bitches. There's Wall Street. I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto. Don't flip, yo. There's Wall Street. I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto. Don't flip, yo. Talks about niggas Crypto and Crypto. We got these indicators. Don't be a hater or a hoe. I gotta let you know we're making Crypto and Crypto. Here's a like and subscribe. We're going on the run. I get excited when I buy crypto. I said I get excited when I buy crypto. You gotta keep your emotions. I said I get excited when I buy. It's time to settle the score. You don't want to trade crypto no more. If you don't understand that emotion, will take you to another place, and now you'll chase the red candle. Can't stand you. There's Wall Street. I don't know. It's crypto and crypto. Don't flip, yo. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the to the moon? We're going real soon. I said it, so change your attitude and your tune. This is the Wall Street Beat Show. Positivity, love you.
Wall Street Pete, Crypto and Crypto. I'm so excited this morning. You hit the like, you hit the subscribe. I have so much news for you. The feds are getting ready to meet, right? Get the CME Fed Watch tool. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, most of all. That bell, all notifications, so when we do go live, ladies and gentlemen, you get this stuff immediately. We have so much to talk about. I want to get into it immediately. I want to talk about the video on the Dogecoin video, of course, too. 15 cents, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Dogecoin top. Then we began and talked a little bit about this price, which I have written here. And this is what you're going to see as a little secret here. Break 13.7. We have to break this 13.7. Once we break the 13.7, there is a saying, S-man, his, U, and B. Do you know what that means? And that was yesterday. We're having fun. We're having a good time, right? Dogecoin touched the 15 cents. We began to talk. You can watch the old video if you want from yesterday, but we're going to go into it now. What I wanted to talk about first, we're going to top it off with Doge because that seems to be the topic as of late. I did the Fibonacci sequence to everyone. I said once we hit this here, we could have a head and shoulders. Well, it looks like we got something developing. We got a bullish flag coming in right now. So I do see that happening. I have the golden pocket, what we're sitting in, but we are so bullish right now, we're having a hard time breaking down. Once we hit this 11.4, I did say, right, 13.7 we had to get above. Well, if you pay attention to the 12.2, that is giving us a problem on the last 4 hourly candles. We cannot break above there. Once we do that, ladies and gentlemen, what's up, Charlie? What's up, Sean? Congratulations to making it to the Wolves, Charlie. You seem like you're new. I'm happy to have you. Please hit the like and subscribe. Share with a friend if you feel comfortable with that. We're talking about technical analysis, crypto news. We're going to go over it right now. But 38.2, I still believe. We're going to get to the 10 cent and a half level, break down probably to the 10.3. So please understand, I do believe, I strongly believe with this double top for the Doge, and that's my nickname for it, we do have this fall come. So pay attention to that. We can get an uplift. It has to be the 13.7 broken for that to happen, as you can see, as I said. But lots to happen before all that may go through. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and some of the news and why this pattern, why this chart is very, very important. As you can see, we're getting this top here, we're testing and how most likely this is very important and how 19.6 must hold. We're going to go over all this. We have so much news to talk about. Like I said, I'm very excited today. Please hit the like and subscribe as we are over here working harder than an ugly stripper for you. So the least you could do is just hit the like button, please. Total crypto market cap, 1.03 trillion, looking pretty strong right now. Speaking of Doge, we are now still over 100% in the last 7 days. Very, very good. It surpassed Cardano, as we said, hitting the 8 slot Cardano fans are probably upset, but what are you going to do, right? We don't have Elon Musk on its side. We could talk about Jasmine maybe soon, but right now we got to talk about what's on the chart. What's on the schedule for Wall Street Pete right now. Love you very much, Gary, and we will try very much to fit that in, as it's very important to talk about these things too. 2 days, 5 hours, and 10 minutes before the next Fed meeting, and it's very important, as you can see. Fed meeting date, we do have that currently at 3 days. They're going to be meeting, raising 3/4 basis points, right? 75 basis points, most likely what is expected to fight against the inflation. We do expect, though, don't worry about this, if the things that happen that are expected do happen, well, I think we're going to get a positivity into the market. I think we're going to get a positive effect. One other big reason here we want to talk about, why the hell are we getting this huge jump, right? Besides Elon Musk and stirring all the world, well, liquidation short positions, if you're familiar with leverage trading. Ethereum sets record, and this is insanity if you know these numbers. ETH short liquidations wiping out $500 billion in 2 days. Imagine that. This was 3 days ago's article is setting liquidation records, and this is what we call a short squeeze, and this may keep occurring. So you got to understand how important this is to go over. Coming week, as a comparatively modest price uptick outlines how bearish the market has become. But if we look here, right, we're hitting the bottom. Many people said it was crazy, and now all of a sudden, every technical analysis, the bottom's in, right? But we told you 2 effing weeks ago the bottom was in, but yet, it's amazing, right? It's amazing how Wall Street Pete beats the professionals. Or is he a professional? Well, none of this is financial advice. Please do your own research. This is very, very important. These short squeezes will take you down. They will whoop your ass. And I want you to pay attention to the stock flow model ratio. It's very important. So the stock to flow model serves to determine the value of scarce assets. It is often used to measure the efficiency, of natural resources, but an anonymous crypto analyst, nicknamed Plan B, as most of you may already know, it's a scarce asset, and in this way, the S2F model became a tool for predicting Bitcoin's price. I want many people to know what's going on in the stock flow. If you pay attention here on the chart, it's like following footsteps, right, that are left in the mud here, or the tracks of a deer if you go hunting. I mean, let's be real. 2012, we'll go with the 2, right? What's plus 4, 4-year cycle for the Bitcoin price is 2016, as you could see. Each bear market is coming in with the 4-year cycle. So this is very interesting. I do love this technical analysis. I do love this stock flow to model here. Check it out as we go. What's another 4-year cycle plus the 6? Well, we get into 2020, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, we are exactly repeating the last 4-year cycles as the red trend comes up. We're in the deep blue here as we're getting ready to get into these red dots, forming this bullish trend coming in. So the stock flow to ratios got my attention, definitely. To mention Wall Street Pete Sickno and crypto. Please pay attention. Getting back to the Dogecoin, though. Appreciate Altcoin Daily very much. As this YouTube channel, please hit the like and subscribe. Do not forget every heart, every follow, every subscriber, every share. It's the most important thing to destroy the algorithm for an excellent YouTuber such as this channel with excellent fans and subscribers and people of the wolves in this community. And it's very important. I really appreciate you very much. We're at 1.39, almost 1.4K subscribers. I can't believe it. So check us out. The plan was for Dogecoin-based version of Twitter, and I want to relate this to the YouTube channel because this may, ladies and gentlemen, this may explode the entire universe, okay? I want to get this clear. What he wanted to do was where tweets are embedded in the transactions, you'd pay maybe 0.1 Doge per comment to repost. This would then stop the spammers and all of the annoyance, right? Isn't everybody annoyed? Well, guess what? Wall Street Pete is sick and effing tired of it. He goes on to his channel, and obviously this is not working out. Elon's Twitter plan later deemed not feasible, right? As we want to continue to let you know the facts. This is what he wanted to do, put Twitter on the blockchain, charge 0.1 Doge to tweet or retweet and remove all bots. So what I'm trying to get at is YouTube has a problem where we continuously have spammers, bots, and all these problems where I need them off my channel, but it hurts the channel because the less comments. Please comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about all this. Could YouTube use an algorithm or such a price blockchain payment where we can get rid of these bots, right? Aren't you tired of the sex, clickbait, BS, and all of the comments where if you hit a link on accident, I mean, I know not to hit links. I almost hit them. And it's like they send them and I laugh and I no longer even go near them now. So you got to be careful. Fed set to deliver another big rate hike. Debate December downshift. So check it out. Follow us, Wall Street Pete, Sigdo in crypto. We do technical analysis. We follow you with some of the best cases. As you can see here, I wanted to go over with Dogecoin one last moment. We're getting a little bit of a pattern here. I wanted to get into this because we try to keep a 15-minute video, so we have about 4 minutes left. Looking at the 4 hourly, you can see we're getting this huge Bollinger Band. And that's what I'm saying, about 5 days. So as we're getting ready, the Fed watch in 3 days to come talk here with the Fed meet, raise the hikes. People are going to get excited. You're going to find a shift. And I think we're going to start testing. You're going to find Dogecoin fighting above the 19 once we get to what these steps here have to do. How many times will we test 15 cents? I'm not sure, but it's going to happen. Definitely going to happen. What do we expect here for Bitcoin now? Before we get out of here, like Vladimir, I'm not talking about Putin, right? I love that line. I don't know why. I used to always say like Vladimir, and all of a sudden war was struck with Russia, and now it's a line. But here we go. Looking into the RSI currently for the 4 hourly, and then skipping to the weekly. The weekly is giving me what I see clearly on that holy shiznick, that stock flow model. Imagine that. I feel like Yoda trying to go backwards into here, dyslexic. But here we are each time, right? So we talked about it, 2015, even here. 2019, still pay attention. There's a 4-year cycle. If you have noticed the years and the difference, right? 15 here, 14-ish, and then 18. That's where the 4-year cycle keeps coming. And then here's the 4-year cycle again. So it's almost a no-brainer, right? This is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. So pay attention to this chart I do have set up. This is my chart. I don't know anyone who has a chart similar to this, but if you do technical analysis, you shall have something similar. On the weekly here, as you can see, fighting, we may get a little resistance. 6 days, we just got a new weekly candle, but we do know that the monthly looks excellent. For the month of October, as we've seen in the past, September was down. We're pretty much coming through you with everything we said here. So now let's get to a more short-term time frame and really do technical analysis as we proceed to get a nice upward W forming. So I want to know how many times will we test this resistance that I have circled right here. It's going to be a few times, ladies and gentlemen. What is the resistance that we're friggin' hitting it can't beat? It's about 21,000 for Bitcoin. So look for Bitcoin to break. What I'm doing here on this old here is a Fibonacci. I see we came through, and if you look here, well, I mean, we came catastrophically down. I can't speak this morning, but it was a big deal. These candles, these big 4 hourly wicks came down drastically. So what I'm watching for Bitcoin is where we were going on the measurement. Well, there is no measurement there that I can find here. So I went to the next pull up here on this level. And like I said, I definitely watching this rise, and we do have to break the 21,000 in order for us to maintain a bullish move here. For the next 5 days, it's going to be difficult. If we don't get this upward W very soon, we could probably find ourselves coming through and trading all the way down to the 20,000, probably to the 50% range. And I do expect that there's a chance for the 50% range, which would be 19,900, which would ultimately be about 20,000. So we'll find out to see if that is a problem. 20,000 I expect to be worst case scenario, and obviously if you want to put your sell stop order in and you don't believe that this is a real pump and you think that this is a bear market rally, well then you're going to put your sell stop at 19.6, because once we fall out of this chart, we are in deep doo-doo, and I don't want to see that happen. I will do one quick exponential moving average, Bollinger Band with the ribbon. Let's see if the 5 days, and I do have a big breakout coming in about 5 days. Looking at the band here on this 4 hourly, we could switch here if we have to, but yes. Okay. What is happening? This is sometimes the opposite of what we talk about, but if you see the W coming, we keep bouncing off the exponential moving average ribbon right there. Not sure if you can see it perfectly here the way I do. We'll put colors in, but let's see here, zoom in. That's what we're doing. So if we do get the same bounce off the exponential ribbon that we're receiving currently, we can get and test to 21. Once we break the 21,000, ladies and gentlemen, we will find resistance. Ultimately, there's nothing I can do. unless I had $1 billion to pump in. But every $10 million, I think it's like 5% right now in this total market. So you got to get about 22,000 and a half for resistance level. I don't say we're going to touch it, then come on and go, ha, look, we touched it. No, I'm telling you, I expect some decent resistance coming out of this trend. We must break above the 21,000 in order to come through this rising channel. If not, we will come all the way down to 20,000. You will then most likely be able to dollar cost average into the 20,000. Don't stress. I don't believe 19.6 will get broken. We're good. And then there you are. Off to the top. Gary, I really wish I could break down Jasmy as quickly as I could. This is really tough, buddy. But here we are coming in right now, finding support at the top of the EMA. So this is Jasmy, ladies and gentlemen, really quick, because Gary has been an over year-long subscriber. And this is what we do for you when you hit the like and subscribe. It doesn't matter if the plan was 15 minutes. Well, Gary asked, and guess what? Gary shall receive, right? SpongeBob, I think about Gary. Oh, Gary! What do you want to do today, Gary? That was a terrible impersonation of SpongeBob. You don't want to hear it. My significant other hates it. But currently right now, as you can see on the 4-hourly, we are hitting the 51. So 0.0051 right now. I must hold that price. If we keep testing and keep testing, eventually it's going to break down. But I do see a little bit of some sideways boring action here, developing into some type of a flag right here. So from the 30th of yesterday at noon or midnight, whatever this is, I'm terrible with finding out. It looks like it's noon here, yep. From noon time frame on the 4-hourly, it's been building support. So pay attention. Oh, gosh. So pay attention to the bounce off the top of the ribbon here. And then these are our resistant levels, as you can see here real quick. And then we got to go. I don't want this to be very long. 56 and 54, we break above the 56, and this 6.3 price will be your next entry level to get out of, if you want to get out of Jasmy, and dollar cost average maybe 20%, something. Take profits. You're going to hurt yourself if you do not. So if we finish a daily candle above this price, and like I said, we don't receive the resistance, which I'm confident you're going to, I want to set you up for this. You'll find yourself being able to hold at what price? The 0.008. We remember that, right? I know all of you remember that. So please understand, and as I do the wrong thing again, and it drives me insane, right here, we were spending a decent amount of time here, and I know you remember this time, so pay attention to this level. It came all the way down, touched, it built support of May of this year. That price is really important, so if you don't think that the bull market is going to start coming, this is going to be the resistance level Jasmy touches right before we start finding major resistance, and maybe that's the cup and handle inside the cup and handle. So pay attention to the big picture here. Like I said, and I told you before, I expect a 45% move for Jasmy. We already told you this, so this is no surprise to many of you. This is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. We took profits. We've seen the result in a profit take, and what happens is the whales manipulate the price down. It's a Fibonacci sequence level that ultimately is finding support at the 51, which is a 61.8 pullback. So as we continue to make this longer, as long as we hold this price and significantly start hitting resistance slowly and building upon the snake-like hill, and what you'll see is high volatile waves in this direction, that will be the sign of an upward W forming. And that's how ultimately, my friends, we start coming back into the crypto space. So what happens here is this is a total correlation of what happens when whales take profits and big money is taken out. And you'll see right here, it affects the price. But the ultimate end result is high volatile waves in the upward direction. I can't finesse it enough. So Wall Street Pete Sicto in crypto, just a gentleman who used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange in Manhattan. 1 North End Avenue. I miss this place so much. It is now the Van Gogh Museum. Most of you are new to the channel. We have 1.4 almost K subscribers. Last year, I don't even think we were at barely 1K. Here we are. The gentleman used to take this badge every day, this handsome young man. Oh, boy, do I wish I could go back. Parabas used to work for them. Gotham Energy Brokers used to work for them. Met a bunch of amazing traders. You don't know, but they don't know. I was watching you. I was watching you. Nobody ever does it with 2 hands either. But I was watching you. I was watching every one of you trade. And I was watching you, Mr. Bobby Muir. The gentleman makes $50,000 one day trading natural gas pit. What did he do? He said, Pete, here's your money for the day. Thank you for keeping comfortable with, thank you for verifying my account, right? Allocating, margin calls, profit, loss, everything. Keeping track of your position, right? Futures contracts are no joke. And like I said, options trading is even definitely harder. But you got to pay attention. I used to watch these guys trade every day. They had no clue. And now I feel like I'm one of them. I could trade. He handed me $100 that day, $100 bill. I was grateful for the $100, of course. I had like 8, 9 people lined up doing that. Not 8. I had like 5 or 6 people doing that to me once a day. Here, $100. There you go, Pete. Good job. Until I opened up my own little thing here. I had my own little process. I opened up my own business on Wall Street. Seriously. I worked for myself, but I also worked for different companies. Keeping track of margin calls, allocations, profit, loss. Stressful shit. I would have a trade against me for maybe $70,000 or maybe $100,000 or worse, $700,000. And if I don't find out that the trade was against us, if I didn't find out, or if God forbid it was for us, and I didn't find out and confirm that trade, we could have lost out on $700,000. I could have put a company out of business. I could have put a whole company out of business with one mistake. And people used to do it. They used to make mistakes. Ladies and gentlemen, I used to hardly ever make mistakes there. I made mistakes, but I used to hardly ever. I was a pretty good clerk there, if you want to call it. It was like a screen clerk. They also call it allocations, and then become a trader and finally learn how to trade natural gas and options and coffee and cotton. And it was wild. And then all of a sudden they said, hey, everything's going digital. You'll now be able to do everything on your cell phone. You're not going to be able to do this open outcry pit, which is what I was accustomed to. Fighting like a linebacker. It's crazy, right? How my life has changed. But fighting like a linebacker, I mean that. Was in this area here, fighting like a linebacker to get through to ask my broker, hey, did you put on this trade with so-and-so? This trade is about $500,000 against us right now. If they don't know it, we're going to lose $500,000. It would be like that. And then you'd have to, it's nuts. And then people would fight on the floor. $5,000 fine if you punch someone in the face. If you did it again, most likely you get kicked out. If you were a nobody, you just got kicked out. So it's crazy. This was the place I worked, the NYMEX, New York Mercantile Exchange. One of the greatest places ever. And now it's historical, and now it's the Van Gogh Museum. I wish we could boycott that the shit out of here, but till the next video, a lot of you, I appreciate you. You're hitting the like, you're hitting the bell, you're hitting the all notification. You're actually sharing the videos. Thank you so much. None of it is financial advice, but till the next video, enjoy your Halloween. Happy Halloween. Enjoy your time with your family, and we're going to come back again with an update. And like I said, you got about 5 days to prepare for this massive move coming. We may see a little volatility in between. That wouldn't be crypto if it wasn't any other way. Take care.